Is Tom Holland British or American?
I have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Ah, okay, British.
Tom, do you want to hop on the treadmill and warm up?
Wait, what? He's American.
I'm just gonna pop in the shop.
Ah, okay, no. Clearly British.
Laura is like Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Wait, how does he do that? Hey, it's your London boy, Teacher Tom, and I'm here to teach you fresh, modern British English and show you how Tom Holland switches from British to American. Just like this.
She's like, hey man, what's your deal? How are you here? I was like, well, let me tell you my secret. I'm actually Spiderman. She's like, dude, you're f***ing nuts, bro. What the hell, really? And I'm like, no, seriously, I'm Spider-Man.
Okay, but first let's get to some important details. Name. Tom Stanley Holland. Age. 25.
Place of birth.
London, Southwest.
Accent.
Modern RP. Which is a British English accent spoken by the likes of Emma Watson, Gemma Chan, and Daniel Radcliffe.
My fans were like, Tom Holland can't say croissant.
Okay, there's our first clip, and he says Tom Holland.
My fans were like, Tom Holland can't say croissant.
What are those sounds? Oh, right? Tom Holland, right? Tom Holland. Now that is how it would be said in a British English accent, particularly in modern RP, that's his accent. But how would he say that in American English? Let's listen in.
Tom, do you want to hop on the treadmill and warm up?
Okay, did you hear it? Tom. And then he also said hop. So the oh sound that we had in British English has turned into an ah sound. Tom. Hop. So we have oh in British English and ah in American English. And that's a sound we're going to hear a lot in this video. Now, let me just say right now, I'm using big general statements. British English accent, American English accent. There are, of course, lots of British accents. There are lots of American accents which are very different. But I'm speaking very generally here. So in general, British English accent, we have that oh sound. And in American English, there's that ah sound.
Tom.
Holland, Holland. Hop.
Just a lot going on, and out the blues and there was like, hey guys, there's a lot of elements right now.
Okay, here we've got lot. The word lot in British English, his British English accent, lo, oh sound, that oh. And then in American English, la. So it's that ah sound again, ah, la.
There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of elements right now.
I think we need one more example.
I woke up to this like strobe light going off, and Jacob like walked in, and there's like strobe lights going off, and he was like, dude, fire alarm's going off.
Okay, off and off. Off and off. Okay, that's our first big difference between British English and American English. Let's get our second one.
And she's like, hey man, what's your deal? How are you here?
Okay, this one really does differentiate the two different English types. We've got that R sound. Now, British English is non-rhotic. That means that we don't pronounce the R when it comes after a vowel. But in American English, it's very different. They do pronounce that R after vowels.
And she's like, hey man, what's your deal? How are you here?
So in his American English accent, he says here. And you can really hear that R sound. Here.
How are you here?
Whereas in British English, it'd be here. It's just the diphthong sound, here. I'm not saying that R sound, am I? Here. American English, here. In British English, here. Now I've got a sentence that Tom Holland says. I want you to listen and decide is it American English or British English. Have a listen.
I took the Eurostar earlier to come from London.
Okay, which one was it? Was it American English or British English? Yeah, if you've guessed American, you are correct. And why was that? Well, it was because of that R sound, that rhotic R. So we heard it really pronounced on Eurostar, so there's two R's there, and earlier. So he says Eurostar earlier. Okay, he does a much better American accent than I do.
I took the Eurostar earlier to come from London.
All those R sounds that he's saying there, perfect American. His American accent is fantastic. In his modern RP British English accent, it would sound like this.
I took the Eurostar earlier to come from London.
Can you hear the difference? Eurostar earlier. So he's not adding those R sounds. So in Eurostar, the first R is pronounced because it becomes before a vowel, but the second R is not pronounced because it comes after a vowel. Earlier, both of them come after vowels, so they are not pronounced. So that's one to really listen out for when you're trying to differentiate between American accents and British English accents, is that R sound, because that really does distinguish the two accents really well. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, then I am certain you will love my British English pronunciation online course, which starts on February the 7th. That's right, Monday. Now, I've been a teacher for 15 years and I've put all of my love and care into this course. There are 50 plus videos teaching you everything you need to know about British English accents. The aim of this is to improve your pronunciation and your spoken English. I take you through all the sounds of British English. We look at connected speech, we look at different British English accents, we look at stress and intonation, and we look at the differences between British and American English. Now, there are two packages. In the standard package, you get lifetime access to all of that content. In the Super Dreamer package, you get all of that content, plus you get access to a private Instagram community with me. Now, what's on that community? Well, I do live weekly Q&As to help you through the course. You can ask any questions you want with me. You can jump on the call with me and we can have a chat. There are also daily posts that I put up all about pronunciation, great little tips and tricks to help you. Plus, you can get direct personalized feedback from me on your pronunciation. So you can send me voice messages, you can send me videos, and I will reply to you. It's an amazing opportunity to really elevate your English and take your spoken English to the next level. So if you're interested, then there is a link in the description below this video. The course sign up ends on Sunday the 6th of February at 11:59 p.m. There are a few places left and I can't wait to get started. If you're watching this after the release date, then I will be doing a summer version of this course, so have a look in the link below and see if it's right for you. Okay, we've done two sounds that are different. Let's get to our third one.
And Jacob like walked in, and there's like strobe lights going off.
Lipton was my coach on this movie, and he taught me in every way how to perfect the Queen's accent.
Okay, in British English, he says walked, walked. He's using that or sound, or. In American English, he said taught, taught, or as I would say, taught. So in American English, it's that R sound, taught, taught. Whereas in British English, it's an or sound. So or and R, or and R. Those are the two sounds that he's interchanging here. Walked would be walked, and taught, taught. Let's get another example of what he would do in American English accent.
They call it the blend.
I found myself after the movie going, yeah, all the time.
Okay, Carl and Arl. Carl and Arl. Again, that R sound. Whereas in British English, he would say call and all. So or and R.
No, but I am British.
The one that I think really distinguishes British English and American English is the T, the T sound. And Tom Holland's accent is really interesting because he kind of does a bit of everything. He kind of uses some American English, a little bit of British English. Yeah, just whatever he feels like.
No, but I am British.
Okay, we're starting off there. A nice classic modern RP T sound on British. British, yes, the T sound. That's what we expect him to say, right? But that's not what he always does.
Have my friends come and experience this wonderful city.
Did you hear that? City. So it's not city, the T sound. He's actually using what we call a flap T, which is a sound taken from American English. So instead of that T sound, it's a D. So it's city.
Have my friends come and experience this wonderful city.
And that's what I'd expect to hear in American English. City, city. So why has he done that? Well, probably because he's been influenced a lot by American English. I imagine he spends a lot of time there, right? So you're going to be absorbing other people's accents, and the T is a real classic one to change when it comes to British English. And I have to say, in modern RP, you do get quite a few people using that flap T, that D sound. So charity, city, water. It's not a rule as such, but you do hear it. You do hear people using that sound, and he does it again.
I did the same picture saying stealing hearts since never. And her whole 40 million fan group like
attacked.
Alright guys, remember, you can sign up to my British English pronunciation course using the link below. Sign up and learn everything there is to know about British English accents. Okay guys, until next time, this is Teacher Tom saying goodbye.